If you're like me, you've been watching these news reports over the last 2 months now, telling us that all these major companies, these big corporations have decided to bow down to Donald Trump, kiss the ring, giving money to his inaugural fund, giving money to his campaign, even though his campaign doesn't need money because they can't run again. But all of these big corporations who wanted nothing to do with Trump in the past, bowing down and giving him money. What's that all about? And my initial reaction, which I do still believe is part of the reason, is because they want to be on Trump's good side because they know he's going to weaponize the government. He's threatened to go after some companies. They don't want to be on that enemies list. But apparently there is a bigger reason why these companies are giving Donald Trump money and basically saying, we love you, we'll do whatever you want. And it comes down to money. Because yeah, they're giving Donald Trump money, but they stand to make a lot of money by being on his good side. And here's how. According to a new report from The Guardian, which kind of sad that it had to come from a publication based out of another country as opposed to U.S. reporting, just shows you the sorry state of journalism here in the United States. These companies that are giving Donald Trump money are the same companies that when he enacted his tariffs during his first term were exempted from the tariffs. The way that tariffs work here in the United States is that there is a list. Like, companies can actually apply for exemptions. So that way they can import goods and they don't have to pay the tariffs. So they get put on the exempt list. And a lot of these companies, that are giving him money now are the same ones who were exempted last time. They want that exemption. So they're bowing down. They're playing nice. We're going to be so good to you, Donald. Don't worry. Here's $1 million for your inauguration. By the way, do you think you could make sure we end up on the list? You know, we don't want to have to pay the tariffs. To put it another way, these companies are effectively bribing the administration in a totally legal way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to accuse anyone of breaking the law. It's totally legal. And that's the problem. All corporate money going into politics is a form of bribery. It just happens to be a legal form of bribery. But here's what The Guardian reported. U.S. firms are bracing for impact, but an analysis of Trump's last presidency identified one way to boost their chances of avoiding the levies: donating to the Republican Party. While the initial stage of the president-elect's tariff agenda is designed to hit America's largest trading partners, Canada, Mexico, and China, it is U.S. firms that pick up the bill, paying duties imposed on the goods they buy from these markets. Such additional costs can prove devastating. The federal government typically allows a carefully selected group of businesses from paying such levies. Thousands of companies applied for exemptions and permission to import items without paying a new tariff during Trump's first presidency. So there's only a select number of exemptions. And last time, thousands of companies applied, but thousands of companies didn't get it. So it's going to come down to who can kiss Donald Trump's ass the most. Those are the people that'll be exempt, but don't worry. Don't worry. That doesn't mean that they're not going to pass higher prices on to you. They're still going to do that because the same companies did the same thing, The Guardian reports, back in the first Trump administration too. So even though they were exempted from the tariffs and their costs didn't increase, they still increased the prices that they charge you because they just get to put more money in their pockets then. So legally bribing politicians so that they don't have to pay higher prices, but in the end, you're going to be just as screwed as if they weren't doing it at all. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.